Welcome to the Corporate Reporting course. My name's Kieran Doe. I'm a senior tutor at ACA Masters and multiple ICAEW prize winner. And I look forward to getting you through your CR exam with top marks. So the CR exam has 3 questions and each question will have various sub-requirements. So each question will include multiple questions or multiple things for you to do within it. Now, each of the questions in the exam can be categorized as either financial reporting, audit risks and procedures, other audit questions, financial statement analysis, or ethics. So question 1 will examine financial reporting and audit, but will be slightly more weighted towards audit and will require use of the data analytics software, Inflow. Question 2 will not include an audit element, so will be predominantly financial reporting focused, whereas question 3, similar to question 1, will have financial reporting and audit, although it will not require use of the data analytics software, and it will be weighted more towards financial reporting. So question 1 weighted more towards audit, question 3 weighted more towards financial reporting. Now, financial statement analysis and ethics are smaller areas and can be examined in any question. So as the exam predominantly tests financial reporting and audit, our course begins by looking at these areas, these question types, and we break it down by topic. So for example, assets or financial instruments, hedging, tax, etc. So each class will focus on one of these topics and will firstly teach you the key technical content. So I'll simplify it in a nice, easy to understand way, teach you the key technical content and also highlight how it's likely to be examined in the exam. Now, immediately after teaching you that key technical content, I'll work through some recent exam questions on the topic so I can demonstrate exactly how you should read the exam paper information, how you should interpret the requirement, how you should structure your answer, how you should type your points, the types of points you should include in your answer, and how you can attempt several parts of the question at once. So focus heavily on exam technique and demonstrate the exact technique you should use. So I'll firstly explain the key technical content for a topic. So if we look here for assets, for example, I'll explain the key technical content you need to understand, both in terms of financial reporting and audit. And then I'll work through some recent exam questions on the topic so I can show you exactly how to answer the exam questions. So you'll see me work through lots of questions and you'll see me work through them so you can see exactly what to have as headings, how to structure your points so that you're scoring as many marks as possible within the time limit. And therefore you'll be very clear as to how you should be approaching exam questions. Once I've demonstrated how you should be answering questions and you've seen very clearly the exam technique to use in order to score top marks, you can then go and practice several other questions which is examine that topic. So after watching the assets class and after seeing me work through several questions, you can then go away and practice several other questions which have examined assets. And all of the questions are listed in our master plan. And therefore you can take CR and master it one topic at a time. I'll explain the key technical content for assets. I'll then work through some questions so you can see exactly how you should be answering the questions. And then immediately after you can go and practice several questions so you can practice that exam technique that I taught you in the class. You can also make sure you fully understood the technical content. You'll have our notes if you have decided to use these as your preferred resource. If you're using our notes, you'll have the key technical content, so you can make sure you understood the key technical content for each topic. And of course, you also have the ICAEW workbook to refer back to if you need more detailed explanation on a topic. And therefore, you would have mastered assets in its entirety. So if we just go down and look at the structure of the course, you can see we just take it one topic at a time. So for assets, we'll go through the technical content, both the content brought forward from FR and the additional CR content. Then I'll work through some questions so you can see exactly how to approach them, how to answer them, and then you go away and work on your exam technique and practice that same exam technique that I have taught you. And then you can tick assets off your list as you will have mastered assets and will be ready for exam questions on assets. We'll then move on to the next topic. So revenue, FAR recap, additional CR content, where I explain the key technical content in a very easy to understand way with lots of applied examples and demonstration of how it could be tested in the exam. Then I'll work through some CR exam questions to show you the exam technique to use so we can see this topic in an exam context. And then you go away and practice several CR exam questions which examined that topic so that you are actively testing yourself in an exam context, in the scenario that you are actually going to be examined in on exam day. And therefore you can really hone your exam technique from the start of the course, really start building your exam technique skills. You'll see how the examiners like to examine topics. You'll start to see the weaknesses in other student scripts when you read their examiner's comments. So then we'll continue to go through topic by topic. So then financial instruments, again, FAR recap. I'll explain the additional content in a nice, easy to understand way. Then I'll work through some CR exam questions, and then you'll completely understand the topic. You'll know exactly the exam technique you should be using. And then all you do after the class is go away and practice that exam technique I taught you. And then one by one, we'll just master each topic. So hedging, leases, tax, all of these frequently examined areas in the CR exam. So we'll just continue with this same approach, taking it one topic at a time. So we'll go through each of the main financial reporting and audit topic areas, and then we'll move on and we'll have a look at other audit questions, such as weaknesses in audit work, which has already been performed, as well as some other types of audit questions. But again, same approach. I'll work through some questions, show you the exam technique to use. You go away, practice other questions, similar questions, so that you can practice that exam technique. We'll then do the same thing for financial statement analysis, the data analytics software element of the exam, which will be in question 1, and ethics. So we'll just continue with that same exam technique focused approach throughout the CR course. And then once you have mastered each individual topic, you can bring it all together at the end by attempting the recent exams and the ICAEW mock exams. And we've included my model answer to the July 2021 exam. So this is an exam paper you can attempt in full because the data analytics software data for this exam is available on the ICAEW website. So once you've mastered each question type, each topic, you can then go away and practice full exam papers to bring it all together. So to demonstrate how the course works, we've included a free sample class on assets, so you can watch the first CR class from the course. If you go down to the video player on the CR page, you can watch that here. So in that class, you'll see me explain the key technical content, that additional CR content, and then work through some recent exam questions. So that's available to all ICAEW students. We also have our CR materials available. So these are sold separately from the video course, but are included as part of the live course. And these are the notes that you've seen me refer to here. So they break it down by topic, have the key technical content by topic, financial reporting content, and audit risks and procedures for each topic, and broken down by each element as well. And then at the end, you have the master plan, which has a list of questions which have examined that topic. So we have that for all of the key topic areas and question types, so including other audit questions as well, financial statement analysis, ethics, and then at the end, we have that full model answer, which I demonstrated earlier. But you'll see lots of these throughout the course as I work through so many recent CR exam questions as part of the course. Once the advanced information is released, we'll also release a document which identifies the key financial reporting and auditing issues based on the information in the advanced information and the 11-month dataset. So that will be available shortly after the advanced information has been released. Our focus on demonstrating and teaching you the exam technique you should use in your CR exam has enabled several students to perform very well as a result. So you can find some recent student feedback at the top of the page. The students frequently comment this focus on exam technique has enabled them to perfect their exam technique and then go on and perform very well in the exam. And that's why right from the start of the course, I'll be demonstrating the exam technique you should be using. So how you should be reading the requirement, which exhibits you need to read and in which order, how you should use the open book notes, both for the financial reporting, auditing, and other parts of the CR exam, and how you should be typing your points in order to score as many marks as possible within the strict time limit. So we'll cover all areas of exam technique so that you are absolutely primed for your CR exam. And just with our previous students, I have every confidence that you'll get through your CR exam with a very strong mark.